All right, for this week's discussion question, or one of the prompts to choose from, was to distinguish between the traditional leadership and distributed leadership. So I found this little cartoon. Here it looks like it would be the principal here on the left. I'm your leader. And then the rest of the school on the right. Okay, then you should be over here. And I think this picture depicts it perfectly to demonstrate how in distributed leadership, it's a team effort and a collaboration process. So here's a breakdown of the two. Traditional leadership. So essentially the principal or the leader believes that power comes from their position or authority, and they sometimes listen to ideas or suggestions made by others. They love to be right and aren't really open to feedback, not open to criticism and such. Distributed leadership, on the other hand, is more of a group effort. So it embraces that concept of PLCs and collaboration, as we talk about a lot in education. As a result, then, as I mentioned, it's a collaboration, it's a group effort, and therefore allows for coaching opportunities, which then you can provide feedback. You establish a shared vision, and with that feedback, you're open to it. So this is what it would look like in my particular school. So at my school, I would say that we do embrace the distributed leadership, because we do work hand in hand most of the time. So again, what that looks like in my school is we have an admin team, which would include myself and our instructional coach and our SPED teacher. And the way we've embraced this idea is when there's important decisions to be made, we work together as a whole to bounce ideas off of each other. We also attend PLC meetings, so that way we're there as a support. PLC teams. In our school, it's a little bit different because we are such a small school. We're only one class per grade level. It'd be harder to embrace the traditional format of PLCs. Therefore, we actually run our PLCs a little bit different, where it's K through 3 is the teachers, and then grades 4 through 6 meet. But nonetheless, we do embrace the PLC concept and collaborate. We also have a BLT team, which in parentheses, a building leadership team. In some of the larger schools in my district, this would be like your team leaders that would come together. Again, where we're a small school, this is essentially every teacher. And when we have our BLT meetings, what we're doing is looking at school-wide data and our goals just to make sure that we're on track, which would then distinguish the difference between a BLT and a faculty meeting. So again, in our case, where we're small, we would meet all together for both instances, but a BLT would be more specific for looking and measuring our school-wide goals and data. And then also we have teacher committees, which, we have various people in positions to where they would assist in various areas or various committees, such as the PTA, Community Council, PBIS, Science Fair. And so I've worked in schools where I've seen both models, and as a whole, I would say this collaboration type effort is by far, in my experience, way more effective. And you have more buy-in generally from teachers in approaching that format. So that's my thought on the matter.